Good morning, millennials.
I have to finish chewing, sorry.
A Snickers that I brought you 20 minutes ago and you decided to eat 20 seconds ago.
I was trying to be good. Like, no, I'm not going to have a Snickers first thing in the morning. Then I just sat there and I was like, okay, I guess I'll eat it.
And sometimes you need a hit of sugar to get through the day and to get through the most premium morning show. I'm so happy to have you back.
Me too. Oh, my God. I watched a little bit of Ben. I always get, like, infuriated watching, but specifically with Ben, because I disagree with everything he says, so I turn it off. But I watched Taylor Strecker because, like, I felt like I was watching You and I.
For sure. The interesting thing about Taylor Strecker is, like, she and I are stand on
Kylie.
Polar opposites of so many issues, so many TV shows.
I watched like 40 minutes and then I had to get off the train. Did you guys talk about Bethany?
No, because she told me she was seeing Carol.
Yeah.
I know you must have laid into her about
Of course.
it. So I didn't feel the need to kick a dead horse.
Yeah.
Plus, Carol is off the show, so
Yeah.
we won the war.
Uh-huh. The war has been won.
The war has been won.
Welcome to the morning show. It's the most prestigious morning show where we support other female entrepreneurs because me and Jackie were both just talking about our outfits, and your shirt
is XLE by Lauren Elizabeth. 2 shirts this week of hers because she sent me a beautiful care package.
Well, yeah, you nice and got it for free. I paid for this, but it's something navy from Nordstrom, and I just have to say, it is so true to size, and I'm so used to ordering from like cheap websites where like I literally order 2 sizes bigger, like just so that it fits loosely. And I did that, like I ordered 1 size bigger, and I'm like, I lost a little weight, so like it's like an awkward time for me. And it's so true to size, like I could have done a size smaller.
It looks so good.
Because it's not crap.
And so comfy.
I'm just not used to buying not shit, you know?
Olivia bought me a jacket from her collection.
Did you get it yet?
No, I look forward to it. It's like a sky blue trench coat, very morning show
Did you see
host.
she like released a statement apologizing?
No, I don't follow her.
Okay, like obviously as
Not
like,
in like a shady way.
no,
just-
yeah. She like released it and everyone wanted to buy it, obviously, and like it all sold out. And she like literally broke the Nordstrom's website.
I saw on People magazine.
People magazine wrote, and then she like wrote up this apology, basically, literally like she murdered someone. It's like, relax, everyone wanted to buy your clothes. Congrats, like.
For sure, good problem to have.
Yeah.
Also, People is so shady because they, like when I was looking for stories that morning, they had like the story, she must have given them the exclusive
Like
about her collaboration
breaking,
with Nordstrom, like the line is here that you've been waiting for, and then like 5 hours later, it's like all the tweets about her site being down.
Right.
And it's like, I'm sorry, but customer service tweets are not a news story.
No, totally, and also like that happens to everyone, like even Kylie.
Right. And it's not a negative. It's not a negative
Oh,
thing.
and wait,
it's
the
not
best
her
part-
fault that so many people wanted to buy. That she broke, by the way, Nordstrom's website. Like, if they can't handle
The truth?
if they can't handle e-commerce, like who can?
No, totally. And what was so funny about that article that was obviously so shady, and whoever wrote it just like hated Ariel, but they were using affiliate links. So there was a disclaimer at the top of this article that was like really fucking mean, and they were like, by the way, if you click any of these links, we might make a I can't speak English. Make a residual, whatever, affiliate. Basically, they linked to her collection, they linked to specific things, and if you clicked it, which obviously a lot of people did because it's people.com, they made money. So they're like trashing her, but also like using her to make money.
Fucking
LOL.
thirsty as hell. And by the way, our time's so tough over there that you're using
Affiliate
affiliate
links.
links, like some low-level thirsty little bloggers. Hi, I love affiliate
I use
links.
affiliate links, you shouldn't.
But it's like crazy how little you make from affiliate links.
Like 10 cents.
Even when people buy stuff. It's like 10 cents. It's crazy.
How was the rest of the co-hosting duties? Oh, Tuesday we had a podcast-only episode.
Which was nice, except like it definitely made my week. This has been a very long and hard week, plus the UN, which I've been complaining about on every episode. So it's been a tumultuous week. Ben came, he was great. It's funny, now we've co-hosted so many times together that like, it's no longer like special.
Yeah.
The Ben, like you've never seen him before. It's like,
Did we even make a guest card for him?
no, it's like get to work.
Yeah, totally.
So
Roll
he-
up your sleeves.
He was working hard for real. And then yesterday I had Taylor Strecker, who I've never co-hosted with before, but who is just a pro.
I couldn't agree more.
And as much as it's so hard to find a good co-host, it's like the ones who are good are great, and they make my job so easy.
She has so much experience, and like she doesn't even like think about it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I love her.
I love her too. Definitely going to call on her again because you're a busy woman.
Wait, me and Margot were in DC, obviously, and we like went to bed before our flight, like at 1 a.m., and we were like about to go to sleep. We're like scrolling on our phones, and literally we both like gasped. I just got a notification from Delta. It's like, your flight's been canceled. Go fuck yourself. Like, it was just so like, bye. And then they're like, well, we'll reschedule you. And they rescheduled me on like a 3 o'clock shuttle, whatever. They put Margot on a 12 o'clock flight that literally flew her like to Paris and back, and she got in at like 8 p.m. It was so stupid, and like people are always,
That's so not Delta.
it's so not DC because everyone was like, DC's so
There's a
great,
shuttle
there's a
every
shuttle
hour.
every hour. I'm like, really, where? Where?
Well, the Acela is so DC.
So then we were like, all right, well, we're obviously not gonna like be on different flights and I'm not gonna spend more money. So Delta gave me a full refund in their defense. They didn't give me a reason why. Like, it was a perfectly beautiful day. Like, what was it? And I took the fucking train, which was honestly lovely. It's like, would I rather, door to door, 3 hours, no matter if you fly or if you train. Would I rather just sit on a train for 3 hours or like an hour in the airport, an hour on the plane, an hour back? I think I would rather sit on the train, except me and Margot, since I got a full refund, and I sprung for the business class Acela. We got there like 10 minutes before the train took off, and it was like completely full. Like all these loser politicians like got there an hour before. So we had to sit in the quiet car, and like people take that shit so seriously. You can't talk on the phone. Me and Margot couldn't talk to each other.
Oh my God.
And like, you know when there's like 2 seats facing each other and like a table in between, it's obviously for like a family? And like one old man sits there and ruins it for everyone. So there were 2 sets of 4 next to each other and 1 old man in each. So me and Margaret had to separate and sit with our sugar daddies.
Did you make any friends? Did you make any connections?
Actually, I did. This guy was really cute and he didn't speak a lot of English and he just wanted to know what time it was and I liked him. He was French and he wore red suspenders.
Was he an important businessman?
You know, you look around and you're like, Acela, DC, like who do we got on here? Chris Christie, you know? I actually did see Chris Christie on a train once.
Oh, I thought you said on this trip. That'd be so
There's
crazy.
also first class, which was like way too expensive. And I'm sure Chris Christie was there. Even though the more that I think about it, like if you're a politician, you're like a civil servant and you really should be in coach with the rest of us, but whatever.
But whatever.
Just saying.
Speaking of comedy, I saw Kevin Hart last night.
Oh my God, I saw your Instagram stories. I was like, you're going to support another comic?
Well, he is my second favorite comic.
Who's your first?
You.
Thank you. No, but he's like actually your first real favorite.
No, before my sister became a comic. But like back in the day, before I met Zach, like Kevin Hart was my dream man.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just when he was like dating Aniko, so I was like, I legit have a chance.
Yep.
I love him so much. Like
By the way, he's married to Aniko and you still have a chance. Shot dead.
I truly want to marry him, and like I still do. I don't know. I saw one thing that he was in once, and I just like fell in love with him, and I just became his biggest fan ever since. And now he's like in every movie, so I don't get a chance to get to every movie, but I was so excited to see him at MSG. Thank you to Live Nation for the premium seats. And it's so crazy. So because this stage is pretty little, they're able to fill it up with so many seats. It was the most people ever at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, because he's also the littlest. It takes up the littlest amount on stage.
But it was like this little, not a little stage, but
Right.
like this square. So you're able to add all these more seats on the floor.
That is probably like
And they're the
so
most expensive
hard.
seats.
Of course.
And so it was just so interesting. It was like, there was not an empty seat in the room, and everyone just
Wow.
like loved him so much. And he's so cute. And his set wasn't like my favorite set he's ever done, but like he could literally just stand there and I would laugh. Like
no, he's the type of person, now that I'm like a comic and I like read a lot about comics, he's like a physical comic in the sense that like he could literally just like stand there and talk about nothing, but the way he talks is funny, so you find everything he says funny.
Like, it's so funny. When he came out on stage, I was just like smiling from ear to ear.
It must be so hard, because like I have very limited performance and like playing in a comedy club is the best because like you have to see people and like they see your face. Like probably seeing Kevin Hart from like a mile away and thinking he's still funny is probably like the hardest thing.
There's big TVs.
Oh, that's true. I
That
guess.
really helps.
Oh yeah, like a jumbotron or whatever you call it.
And it's really crazy how crazy they are about cell phones and recording. Like, if you even take your phone out, they kick you out. One time when I went to Amy Schumer at MSG, I took a selfie and like I got in trouble. They didn't kick me out, but like here, they start waving their thing around and you are out. Like, it's so crazy. They don't want anything leaked. But then it's like, and Amy Schumer did this too when I saw her at the Seaport. They use sets that they did on SNL during their monologues. There were a couple jokes that I had already heard and I like knew where it was going from SNL. It's like everyone who liked you watched your SNL monologue. Why are you repeating jokes?
Well, I get the first thing about the phone because like A, if they're recording it for a special, like nobody needs to watch it, and B, like if someone literally puts like a 2-minute video, that's like you're ruining someone else's opportunity when they go.
I completely agree, and it was so nice to not be on my phone at all.
Completely.
And then at the end, he was like, "Everyone, take your phones out." He was like, "Okay, and start recording now. We're at MSG."
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, but I was out the door by then. I think he brought up Seal or something, but I just didn't want to get 19,000 people. I didn't want to get stuck there.
Totally.
He told a story at the end about Seal that was like so funny. He was like, "We go to Aspen every year around the holidays, like because we're the one Black family there." And it's our Black Week in Aspen. And he was like, and last year, Seal was there. And I'm like, to Seal, like, why are you ruining my Black Week? He was like, we don't even ski. He's like, we just like to be the only Black people. So then Seal was like, I'm going up to this mountain. And Kevin like brought his whole family up there.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It was so funny. And then Seal, I guess, came out and was there. But he is just so cute. And it was just a really nice night.
What do you think he weighs? Like 150?
Well, he, in his promo package, they call him the little Hercules.
Right.
Because he's so fit and muscular.
Like, and if he was just like an average height, he'd be like the most built guy.
But then also the premise of the tour, it's called the Irresponsible Tour because it's like his apology tour for cheating on his wife.
Oh, right.
And so he has to go into that a little, and it's like, Kevin, like, we love you. Like, I don't care that you cheated on your wife. You're the highest paid comic right now in the industry. If you're not cheating on your wife, like, who is?
Right. No, like, it's definitely like a bad thing. I don't approve of it, but like, you don't need to apologize to me. Like, when at one of my meet and greets, anytime a boy comes, all he does is like, yeah, I heard about you on KFC. And then like, so what do you think about KFC and his wife? I'm like, I don't know her, and it's not my business. Like, if someone in the public does something like that affects other people, like, you need to apologize for it. But like, your personal life is your personal life, and like, yes, I think you're disgusting, but like,
right.
It's not my problem.
It's not illegal to cheat on your
wife.
wife.
I always think it's weird when people have to like issue apologies. Like, issue an apology to your wife.
For things that you did in your personal life that aren't crimes.
Right.
The KFC, I thought that, like,
It's bad. I don't approve, but I also don't care.
Right. It's none of my beeswax.
Yeah.
Mind your own beeswax.
Wait, also, speaking of comics, I have a couple shows coming up. Buffalo and Albany this week. I'm hitting up by the way, you know, there's an there's an upstate New York group, and it's called Shook to the Core of New York. Because that's like what it's called. Yeah, so Albany, Buffalo. Albany, I'm gonna be at this weekend. Buffalo, 2 shows as well. And then I'm hitting Huntsville, Alabama, which...
You've been talking about for a very long time.
Yeah, you know, there are no direct flights, which automatically makes me hate Huntsville as a city. But I can look past it, I think.
There's no direct flights from Newark, LaGuardia, or JFK? Wow.
Yeah, I gotta stop in Atlanta. But if you fly Delta to Atlanta, you automatically get the best planes because the Delta headquarters is in Atlanta. So like if I'm in first class, which because of my standing in Delta, I usually get upgraded to, I might even have a bed.
Right. There are worse places to be than Atlanta also.
No, totally.
And you're doing a show in Atlanta soon, right?
Yes. Oh my God. I'm like so excited about it because like when we booked the show in Boston, it was like the biggest deal ever, and like it is. But now Atlanta is also like the same amount of people. It might even be more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So maybe I should be going to the Atlanta show, not the Boston show.
Whatever you want.
Well, I want to meet the Bostons, and we are the #1 podcast in Massachusetts.
Oh, also, we have to respect the hell out of
we
Boston.
need to show up for you guys.
Boston respects the hell out of us, therefore, heretofore, we respect the hell out of
Boston.
What else? I don't really want to talk about anything like the Fast Five yet. Like,
no, me
what
neither.
else is going
and I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. What else?
But it was just a fun couple days. We had Nephew's Day in on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Which was just a beautiful day for me and the Tigs.
Yeah, you were churning out premium content, and I find it very difficult emotionally to look at pictures or videos of Theo while I'm like away because I feel so guilty. But you did a very good job of ensuring that he was protected.
Yeah, at all costs.
Of course.
No.
He really does need protection at all costs.
Yeah.
I want to set someone up with my dog walker. Like, he's so hot. And he was in the Navy.
What are his stats? Oh, Navy.
Yeah. Well, he's finishing undergrad. He's a little older because he was in the Navy. Like, he was busy, like, you know, protecting us. And he's very smart, goes to an Ivy League school. I don't want to give too much away, like, and then maybe, like, I get back to him. He goes to an Ivy League school. He was studying, like, something very smart science, but got offered a wonderful job in finance and will be taking that after he graduates. And he's just so handsome. And he lives in the city.
Wow. Okay.
Not Jewish.
Line up.
Yeah.
Line him up.
Line him up. I joined the Do It for the Toast subgroup on Facebook.
My new favorite subgroup.
Actually, you added me.
Yes.
And I don't need as many, like, I don't, basically what it is, it's like a photo-oriented group. Like, if you need anything, you need help with a caption, a photo, a Photoshop, a filter, a preset, and they're all, like, heavily invested in presets. I think you got everyone a little crazy.
I did.
Yeah.
And I feel good about it. And now we have a hashtag DIFTT champagne glass clinking hashtag on Instagram. If you use it, and then we'll all like your pictures that you used using Do It for the Toast.
That is so smart.
Yeah, DIFTT champagne emoji, which emojis contribute to the hashtag.
Right.
Because there were some other ones people using.
Oh, that is so smart. I'm gonna go like all them.
Yeah, no, and it's so premium. And the presets are really, that's my new favorite subgroup right now.
Yeah, my new favorite subgroup is the DMV Toasters, which is the DC and surrounding areas, because apparently DC is near Virginia and Maryland. And when I got off the plane, I saw a sign, "Welcome to Virginia. Virginia is for lovers." And I was so fucking confused, and I was like fully convinced that I got on the wrong plane. And because I knew we were like kind of close to like Baltimore, and so if it maybe said Maryland, it would have been less. But I forget that DC is like not a state, like they don't have their own airport, it's like a district.
Right. I don't know what the correct answer is to where it's DC. I just know that it's Virginia and Maryland.
DMV, that's what they call themselves.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it on the border? Is it like, should Jamie from Walk to Remember have gone there and put her legs in 2 places?
I hope so. And so funny, so I had 2 shows on Wednesday night, and right before, it was a 7 o'clock and a 9:30, and like literally at 6:59, when I'm in the dressing room alone, it's like the 1 minute I get to myself and I'm like crying and like I pray and like I talk to myself in the mirror. I got a text from my friend Zach Eckstein he was in my grade at Vermont, like such a nice guy. He was like, oh my God, I didn't know he moved to DC, and he was like, oh my God, I had no idea you were here. I just tried to get tickets to your show. Like, if you have any extra, I'd love to come to the 9:30. And like, usually when people text me like being thirsty, I'm like, no, please. But like, I actually love him, and like, I think he's really funny, and like, I just wanted to see what like he would think about my comic. And apparently he works for a senator, like he has a prestigious job, and I think he's single, ladies. And he came, and I was like, when I know that there are people in the audience that I know personally, like it definitely affects me. Like at the first show, Ben's sister was there, and like if I talk about like I have like a joke about like hand jobs, like it just like it makes me feel awkward, like, you know. And that's why like when Ben's parents come, like it really fucks with me, and they like bring their friends, and I can't stop thinking about like Sarah Kravitz's dad is here. You know what I mean? Like it's in my head. Not with you guys, like the sisters, because like, you know, but like just other people who
Nothing you could say could turn us off.
It's true. But other people who like might form an opinion, and like who I know, and like it definitely fucks with me. But I feel like my friend from high school being there like really elevated me, and it was my greatest show yet. And the venue had a recording system that they recorded it for me, so now I can like watch myself back and like study, which I really don't want to do, but I should.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. Now that my sister is a big comic, when I was watching Kevin Hart last night, I was just like thinking about the art of comedy. And it's really like, it's acting a lot because.
Oh, the biggest.
Because then I went back and watched his SNL monologue to make sure, and it was actually really funny, the bit that he did. I understand why he did it twice.
His SNL was the best.
Oh, no, but his most recent one, he talks about how he just had a kid, and he was like, women have so much patience with the children, it's really amazing, but no offense, like, you're not the fun parents. Mm-hmm. And when, like, the man gets home from work, and he's so tired, and that baby's like, Dad is home! And he's just like, Daddy, 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 Daddy. Let's play, Daddy.
Oh my God, that's you with Theo.
It's me with Counselor Snitch.
Yeah, totally.
And so I was watching that because I wanted to send it to her, but I didn't know if she was thinking it was funny, so I forgot about it. But anyways, I was like, wow, he's really acting because I just saw this IRL.
Right.
Wow, the physicality
No,
of that.
it is acting, and that's why when people come to the meet and greets and they're like, oh my God, I saw you in whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, you know I'm a fraud. Because like I'm the type of person where like the reason why I never wanted to do stand-up was because like I'm just funnier, like we never prepare, like we just riff, and that's like my style. And so I would say probably like 40% of my show is still like made up as I go, but I need to have some bones because like I need something to talk about. So like there are a few jokes that obviously like I repeat at every show, and I just feel like a fraud when someone's like, oh, I saw you twice. I'm like, oh my God, no, you know all my secrets.
But that's comedy.
Yeah, right. It's acting. That's why so many stand-up comics who like get really popular go into acting.
Also, my friend from Colgate, Kate Burns, texted me. She was at your show. She texted me after. She was like, it was a great show.
Which one?
DC.
No, which one? There were 3.
Ooh, she might have texted me Wednesday night. I don't know.
Okay, no, that's good. I just like to know because, you know, I took 3 weeks off for the holidays, obviously. And so Tuesday night was like my first night back. And like, I wasn't sure, because I'm so new to this, if it's like riding a bicycle, like you never forget, or like you have to rememorize all your jokes.
Or
you
is
know?
it like the more you do, the better you are, or does it help to have a little break?
Definitely the more you do, the better that you are. But it also probably helps to have a little break. I feel like we've sufficiently wasted 20 minutes, and now we can officially dive in to the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Okay, we actually have some very good stories today.
Okay.
Salacious,
I believe you.
Juicy, and no offense, but like this week
wait, sorry. I wanted to talk about one more thing.
Ooh, this week was scrounging for stories.
Oh, okay. I watched Nappily Ever After.
Oh, Taylor Strecker watched it too, and she was talking about it on the show yesterday.
Okay. I fucking love Sanaa Lathan, and I watched, and I need you to know that she is not the girl who bit Beyonce. There was a lot of speculation, but from my very legitimate sources, it was not her, and she was very upset.
Do you know who it was? Until I have another name.
Okay, but Sanaa was very upset that people thought it was her. From what I understand, it was not her.
Okay.
Just saying.
I appreciate you clearing that up.
I absolutely love her. She's in The Affair, and in The Affair, she had a shaved head, and I was like, oh, I wonder why she did that. And she really shaved her head for this movie, and the whole movie's about hair. And the scene where she's shaving her head was shot once, and it's really when she shaved her hair.
That's crazy.
And it was some of the best acting I've ever seen in my life. And I did have a couple issues with the movie because her character in the beginning is like perfect, and like when she's perfect, she's so unbelievably annoying, but like gorgeous. And then when she just kind of like lets go, she like falls in love with this guy, and the guy is like so not the right guy for her. He's such a weirdo and like grows plants in his house, and like it's like rubbing a serum on her bald head. Like, I'm not into this guy. Her first guy was so cute and like really loved her, but then when he told her to straighten her hair, that was like not cool. But I just didn't like the guy that she ended up with. It's like she didn't need to end up with anyone. Like the whole movie was about becoming.
She ended up with herself.
Right, yeah, and she was really falling in love with herself the whole movie, and I thought that they were gonna take that turn and be like, no, she's not gonna get with any of them. Like, it's her life. She's gonna do what she wants to do. No, she got with the bad guy, and then her parents, like, who hated each other the whole movie, like, jumped in the pool together and then, like, forgot about literally their 30-year treacherous divorce. It was that part was, like, so stupid. They lost me at the end, but up until then, I was there.
Okay.
I'm living for Netflix original movies, like, just available on demand. It's like, they know which ones I want to watch, because every time I go to Netflix to watch Friends for the 100th time, it's just right there, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I guess I'll try something new.
No, they know what's a buzzin'.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll check it out.
It's really good.
First story, speaking of relationships that aren't going well, JWoww files for divorce from husband Roger Matthews. After 3 years of marriage, JWoww and her husband Roger Matthews are splitting up. The Jersey Shore star, whose real name is Jenny Farley, filed for divorce in Ocean County, New Jersey 2 weeks ago, according to the Asbury Park Press. The 32-year-old cited irreconcilable differences and claims their relationship has been rocky for at least 6 months. Quote, the plaintiff and the defendant have irreconcilable differences, which have caused the breakdown of the marriage for a period of at least 6 months, which make it appear that the marriage should be dissolved and that there is no prospect of reconciliation, Farley's complaint said, according to the website. But according to Roger's Matthews' NJ Instagram, he is going to reconcile with her no matter what it takes.
I can't lie. I was like so absolutely devastated when I heard this. And I saw it first at a very illegitimate news source, and I was gonna post it on the toast, and then I was like, you know what? APP.com is not a real source.
Claudia, I went through the exact same thing, and I kept Googling, because I was like, if they picked it up, this is in the
like
legal system. TMZ will pick it up too. I literally just kept refreshing, and I'm like, this is fake news.
Yeah.
But Asbury Park Press is the one who cited.
Well, here's the thing, is like, I feel a particular way about Jenny and Roger for so many reasons. One, because I just find their Instagram to be so funny and like really genuine, and like he's really like obviously like a very like committed dad, and I just like love that. But
and
also
they always like kept it so real.
Right, and like we were so there for a part when Jersey Shore was coming like in its heyday, like it wasn't like fake scripted shows that they are now. Like it was so real, and that's why it was so popular. And like the way him and Jenny fell in love was like a little shady, because she like had that boyfriend who was so mean to her and stole her hard drive. But
who was insane.
And stole her watch. Yeah. Oh my God, like that
when she went to the
scene,
house and the dogs had been there.
I don't deserve this. And then like Snooki's hugging her from behind, like epic. But like,
and then Roger was down the shore waiting for her to start her new life.
And she ran back, and like really like it was like a Jersey Shore fairy tale. And I just,
an underrated one at that.
Yes, because they stayed consistent. They were like, till the show ended, it was just them. She was never like whoring it up. Like they were just good and solid, and you never had to worry about them. And I just like fell in love with their love story, and I've just like really been like involved in their like life, because I follow both of them on Instagram, and I'm just like so sad about this.
I'm so sad too, but watching Rogers, he posted a video saying like he's gonna get his wife back. Like there was no cheating.
We believe in you, Roger.
They got into like a cycle of bad habits that they just continued to repeat, so it needed to break the cycle.
Right, unless there's something like bad going on that we don't know, and when you hear bad habits, like you obviously think like the obvious thing. But if there's nothing bad going on, like when you have kids and like when you have jobs, like sometimes like you just don't have time for your marriage, and it takes something like this to like really reevaluate. And I really hope that they can get back together if it's the healthy thing to do.
I agree.
And their kids are so cute.
I'm rooting for them both separately and together.
But you know what? Now I'm thinking like, do you think it has something to do with like their newfound fame? Because like, yes, the Jersey Shore cast like has always been famous, but like before the revamp, they were just like regular folk with like kids who had like extra money and like more than their neighbors, but also like a couple people knew who they were and like had 1 million Instagram followers. Now they're like relaunched into stardom and like relevancy.
Yes, but I think back in the heyday of it, they were like really, really in it, and it was so new that they didn't know how to handle it. So if the two of them got through that, this is a piece of cake. They have stable lives, they have children, they have homes. Now they're just making extra money and more Instagram followers, but I think they all are in a better place, like more grounded.
Did you see, what did you see? I had another thought and it replaced my thought. Hold on.
Was it about Jersey Shore?
Yeah, well, obviously. But what I was going to say that replaced my original thought is Joey Camasta is co-hosting with me on October 8th or 9th when you're not here, and I will get all the scoop.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because he's BFF with Snooki. Maybe he knows something that we don't know. And the second thing I was going to say, do you remember when Snooki and JWoww had that show, Snooki and JWoww?
Yes,
and like the four of them
lived in a firehouse, Jonas style.
Right, like up a staircase.
Yes.
That was so funny and epic. Like, and by the way, after Jersey Shore, MTV tried so hard to make that happen. Like they gave Vinny and his mom their own show, which was like funny. And like Lil Jon came to his house for dinner. And then they also made Snooki and JWoww. And I wonder if we're going to see any more sort of spin-offs from this new rejuvenation.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Situation and Fiancé wedding special.
Oh, totally. Maybe
Ronnie will be getting nothing.
Ugh.
Pauly D should have a reality show. His life is so interesting.
Right, he actually has like a job and life and money.
Yeah, what did I watch on him that like followed him around? Oh no, it was a complex profile
Article,
on
yeah.
him.
Complex profiles, the most interesting people. Like they have a good, whoever's selecting them is great. Like remember when they did the Jax Taylor one?
Yes, remember when they did Heidi and Spencer before Spencer's Snapchat resurgence?
Yeah, no, they just choose interesting people like that I care about, so thank you for doing it for me. And they popularize the like, homeboy can like get it.
Yeah, they really did.
They don't get enough credit for that, because that video was theirs. It was a sneaker video with Bella. And
and they like got that nugget. Like if I hadn't seen just that one, I never would watch the whole video.
Right, like if Homeboy's coming through.
Homeboy can like get it.
He better be fresh with dope kicks, you know? I love dope kicks.
Okay.
If I ever started like a sneaker Instagram, it would be called Dope Kicks.
Oh my God.
Or Homeboy can like get it.
Kicks with no job.
Get it with no job.
Okay, this next story is really for you.
Okay.
Leah Remini claims Katie Holmes could lose daughter if they reconnect.
Oh,
Leah
shit.
Remini claims her old friend Katie Holmes could lose their daughter if they repair their broken friendship. Quote, I thought comedy would be my life, Remini, an ex-Scientologist and woman behind the A&E show Scientology in the Aftermath, told La Palm magazine.
But are you sure Claudia, Oshry, Girl with No Jobs didn't say that? I thought comedy would be my life.
No, but comedy is your life. She
Sure.
thought, like, she didn't get to be
King of Queens.
Wilbur
You ever watch that
Theater.
show? Kevin James.
I've seen the
He's like a truck
commercials.
driver and she's his wife.
And it took me so long to figure out it's the King of Queens.
Because they live in Queens.
It's not a show about cards. The people who speak on the show are champions. Then she goes into her former friendship with Tom Cruise's third ex-wife. But I keep wondering, why haven't Katie Holmes or Nicole Kidman spoken out? The 48-year-old actress questioned. I assume they were forced to sign prohibitive documents. Trust me, Katie's not allowed to have a meal with me, and we used to be close friends. She could lose custody of Surrey. It's quite sick, really.
Right. That's why Nicole Kidman doesn't talk to her children with Tom Cruise, because she's considered, she's shunned. No, it's an SP. It's a separated person. That's what they call you when you leave Scientology.
Yeah.
And I guess the kids are still very involved, and that's what in his song, Keith Urban, what kind of man...
Blue ain't your color.
Yeah. And what kind of man takes kids and turns them ice cold?
It's all very crazy, but what's also crazy is that Katie Holmes like got custody of Surrey.
Right, and what's also crazy is like she's literally been having a secret relationship with Jamie Foxx for years, and they've never are allowed to be seen in public together because of what Tom Cruise can do. It's like she wanted to be famous so bad that she signed this document that literally handed over her life, her career, her future children, grandchildren, just because she wanted to be in like Dawson's Creek. I don't even know what she was in. First daughter. No. Where Steve Martin's her dad? First daughter. Princess Bride? I don't know.
I never saw Princess. Well, actually, I saw the beginning, but then those little animals that came out of the tunnel, I was out.
But you know what it is? It's like she's like so famous. Like she has like A-list recognizability in her name. And like, what the hell is she in?
Well, that I really think came from Tom Cruise.
Of course.
So
was it worth it, Katie?
No.
Was it?
By the way, the Church of Scientology responded in a statement. They said, while we would prefer to ignore yet another of Leah Remini's over-the-top rants aimed at getting attention, she unfortunately continues to incite waves of anti-religious hate crimes.
Okay, can you imagine if, like, just for a second, like the chief rabbi of Judaism or like the Pope releasing a statement about like what some, no offense, like I love her, like B-list celebrity says, like they're like
about your religion, like.
But at the same time, like how weird is it that like Scientology is, I don't believe, like I know what it is, but like it is considered in this country to be a religion. Like they don't pay taxes, like it's a full religion, and the way people speak about it is like so derogatory that like imagine if they spoke about that like any other religion, you know?
No, it's really crazy, but I guess because they can't see what we're saying.
Right. Right. So
makes it okay, but this guy saw.
Yeah, I mean, the Scientology, like, upper level, like, they all have cell phones and, like, are on Snapchat and shit because they have
a TV station.
Yeah, oh, right. They have to find all the people that are talking shit about them so that they can kill them in their sleep. Duh, can't do that without a phone.
Speaking of killing people in their sleep, we're recording a podcast with Enty later today.
Oh my God, totally. So me and Jackie were just like, I feel like we really shot our load in the first time we spoke to him because we had like we rattled off like a million.
Years worth of questions from reading Enty every day since Olivia introduced us to the site.
So now I want to be like a little bit more specific with like certain cases. So if you have any suggestions, tweet them at us because we're talking to him at 1 o'clock. What is our release plan for that?
So it is a Patreon episode because I'm just so, like, I don't want any trouble.
We need to be hidden behind a paywall.
We got away scot-free with the first episode, but if we are going to get into the nitty-gritty, we're going behind a paywall, much like Enty does himself. And you know what? It's smart.
Right now I know why Enty's on Patreon. Well, like, one, because he has to make a living, but two, because like if he's not, like it's just out there for like all the predators to hear and then like tell their hitmen that Jay-Z hired to try and kill Rihanna. I'm gonna talk to him about that.
Yes. So it will be a Patreon episode. We're recording another Patreon episode afterwards. Q&A part 2 today. So that'll go up today. And then the Enty episode will be the first episode of October. So.
By the way, we should have just booked 2 hours in the studio, like 12. Whatever, we didn't know.
I mean, we'll see if it's available.
Well, no, it's not, because I know someone has to get in there, too.
Okay, so we can do
Okay.
us on our own. It's patreon.com/morningtoast. We'll see you there. And then I still need to do my home tour. I keep like,
you do.
I like bought all these flowers to make it like nice for my tour, which I never did.
My home is slowly deteriorating, and it's probably worse
It's been
now
looking
than...
good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm like so invested in the things that I can fix. Like, because we have this like overflow toilet flood, it's like there's a lot of issues like you can't see. But so I can't get in there and fix it, which is so infuriating. So I'm doing other things. Like my bedroom's almost done, and my carpet, which is a Jill Zarin rug, is coming. I've heard amazing things, and I texted Allie, and I'm like, can you please get me one? She said, yeah, of course.
When
so
I went
I'm
to
excited
pick
to
up
see.
Theo on Tuesday, I saw your fucked up floors.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Crazy. And because apparently, I didn't even know this, like if there's a flood, you obviously have to get the water out. And we had it vacuumed like with one of those machines, but you can't guarantee that you get all the water out from underneath the floor, like the wood planks. And if you leave it there, it starts to bubble. And literally my floor just started like cracking open. It was so crazy, like a manhole.
That's so crazy because your building's so nice, and I didn't tell you this, but it was like really hurtful because when I went to pick up Theo, like I definitely didn't look my best. You know, I walked up there because it was UN week, and I just didn't want to be sitting in traffic. And your doorman made me take the service entrance.
What? Did you tell me you were my sister?
Like, no, I was just like, I'm here, I'm going up to blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm taking the dog, and he
Oh my God, Jackie, I thought you were the dog walker. Maybe it's because you never come over. If Snitch comes, they just let her right up.
No, I think it's just because you have to act like you own
No,
the place.
it's not. It's not.
Yes.
Ready? Because I have a thing on my door.
so
It says
sad.
any of my sisters, and I wrote all the names, are allowed to just come and take the key whenever they want.
Okay, well, next time I'll come with more.
Oh my God, Jackie, they thought you were the dog walker.
Well, I didn't know, like, they knew if you weren't home, like, what am I doing? Just, I don't know.
Margaret does it all the time.
Well,
I've never even been in the service elevator. I can't believe you have.
I had to wait so long.
Oh my God, you're so sad.
And then I went up in it, and then I was waiting for it with Theo, and it was taking so long. I'm like, fuck it, Tiggs. Like, we're taking the people's elevator.
I can't
And then
believe
I
that you
walked
would
out,
stand
like,
for that.
in a huff. I mean, that's just the confidence I don't
No.
have when I'm not wearing makeup.
Right, no, that's just how, like, anti-confrontation you are. It's not even confrontation, you just be like, I'm her sister. You presented yourself like as if you were the dog walker.
I didn't know a dog walker would have to take the service entrance.
They're so weird about the service elevator in my building. It's like, just let everyone take the same elevator.
It was so hurtful. I hadn't thought about it till now. I tried to suppress the memory.
Wow, I really just started sweating. It got hot in here.
I'm always sweating. Okay, next story.
She works hard for the money. So hard for the money.
Those were some nice snaps. Next story,
Do you know
Ariana.
that there are people who can't snap?
I mean,
Can you snap in your left hand? Like, I can, but like, look, right hand.
but it hurt.
Right hand. Left hand. Oh, pretty good.
Do you want to see a really cool trick that I learned
Sure.
from CC Johnson when I was picking out invitations for my wedding? So you know sometimes you high five someone and like it doesn't go your way? If you stare at their elbow. And I stare at yours,
Yeah,
we'll knock it out of the park.
We learned that in summer camp.
Really? I never heard it before. Nice! Up top! Things you learn on the morning toast.
Yep.
Okay, next story. Ariana
Grande?
Grande reflects on tough month in emotional Twitter plate.
Emotional and a little concerning.
Yeah, Ariana Grande is asking the universe to give her a break. On Thursday, the songstress went on Twitter to vent some of the emotions she has been feeling in the wake of Mac Miller's death. In one tweet, she asks, "Can I please have one okay day? Just one, please." She continued, "I'm so tired, please." Ariana then retweeted one of her old tweets where she wrote, "Everything will be okay," and replied, "Just fucking K. J fucking K." Oh, like,
Just kidding.
Kidding. In the midst of her cryptic messages, fans flooded her Twitter with messages of support and adoration. This seemingly prompted Grande to thank her fans for loving her so much, even though she says, quote, "I don't deserve it."
Well, no, the most concerning ones were like, I'm so tired, I just want to go to sleep.
I feel so, like, badly for her. She's been through so much in her life, and, like...
I know. I mean, I don't know how you even come back from her whole situation in Manchester. Like, I can't even begin to think of what kind of feelings that makes you have. And she did in a way that was like super authentic and like unique and like really special and like didn't, like she continues to like honor the victims of the Manchester bombing, like in different, unique, special ways. And like to me, that just proves like a strong person in general. And like just being in the spotlight as much as she is, like can't always be the easiest thing. And like now people saying the most horrible, disgusting things that like it's her fault that Mac Miller killed himself. Like, are you kidding?
Also, it's like Mac Miller was the one who was really there for her after Manchester. So
Right.
it's like, and it seemed like they were still good friends. She's looking after his dog.
Right. And then I saw like the saddest
that
thing.
person in such a sad way.
And I know there are like more sad elements than this, but like the dog is like, where's Mac? You know? Oh my God, that makes me so sad to think about.
That's so sad.
Like if a dog's owner dies, they just like, where's the owner?
And it's like, this should be like one of the happiest times in her life after going through so much, and it's like she can't even enjoy like her engagement.
You know what this gives me? Like Bethany vibes. Like some people who just can't catch a break.
Yeah,
you know?
but like Bethany went through a divorce. Like she's going through a custody battle.
Of course.
Bethany went through like human problems. Like what
This is
Ariana
extraordinary.
Grande is extraordinary. Like most people in life will never have to deal with like
a third of the amount
the
of like
trauma
grief.
of like putting on a concert where people are murdered and having and the feelings associated with that.
Totally.
Unfortunately, more people are dealing with that.
Right.
Very sad.
Very sad. And like, I don't know, I saw those Twitter tweets in real time because I was like on Twitter, and they were just like a red flag vibe, you know? Like when I just want to go to sleep. What does that mean?
I don't know, but like,
I'm so tired.
Can't she have a few days off? Like, what is she doing that can't be postponed?
No, she does. She's off. But like, what she's saying is like, I guess like you're kept up at night just like by these fears and these thoughts that like, I just want to go to sleep. Like, I know what she means.
Yeah.
Like, you're so caught up that you literally can't even sleep, which I actually have the opposite effect. Like I was telling Margot, like when I feel so scared and like so whatever, like my immediate reaction is I could fall asleep in 2 seconds. Like on an airplane when I think I'm gonna die, like in the 2 situations that I've been in where I've been like serious issue, like emergency, like people whipping out their Bibles and stuff, I've fallen asleep. That's my thing.
That is a gift.
I know.
Cherish
And then I woke up and it was over.
I feel like I don't know what we can do for Ariana Grande, but I just want to like be there for her.
And I feel like there's so many people that feel that way because if you read her Twitter like replies, everyone's like, we're here. And I feel like at some point it's like nobody can help what she needs. I don't even know what she needs.
Right, and then there's also the people who are like blaming her for Mac Miller's death. What she needs, honestly, is to get off of Twitter.
Yeah.
It's the worst place in the world.
Yeah.
Like
of all the platforms are terrible, but that one in particular is disgusting.
Ariana Grande does not need to hear what people think about her. Like she is on a whole nother level. Like it doesn't.
Except if you want to hear what we think about you, we think you're great and we love you.
We love you and we just want the best for you and we want you to be happy, but we also understand you're going through
and
the most.
Like not to be shady or anything, but I just don't feel like Pete Davidson is like the greatest person to like lean on in times of grief.
You know, I actually disagree. He's been
Why? Because he's a comic?
No, and his dad passed away in 9/11,
right.
and I think he's gotten through so much. And it's like it's interesting that you say that because you don't even associate him with the trauma that he went through because he's so good at handling it.
And also, like in every moment of sadness, like it is good to laugh. So I guess having a very famous comedian around you can't be bad. That must be how you guys feel.
Oh yes, it's definitely how we feel. And so if anyone could maybe understand like what she's going through, losing someone so close to her so suddenly,
in like a tragic way, yeah,
and how to overcome that, I feel like she's actually in okay hands.
That's interesting. I agree. You've changed my mind.
And I'm here for them.
That never happens.
Wow.
We usually just either if we don't agree, which is like never, we'll just like agree to disagree. But you changed my mind.
Happy to hear it. Anyways, like as much as I like talking, actually I like talking about them, and I feel like the more we talk about them, like the more the more the world is talking about them.
We're contributing to those tweets.
Right. So only when it's big news we continue to talk about it.
Agreed. I think that's smart.
Okay. Next story in another teaser from next week's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim Kardashian says Scott Disick wants to have another baby with Kourtney. I actually am really here for this story.
Same.
The Kardashian baby boom might not be over yet. In People's exclusive sneak peek at Sunday's episode of Keeping Up, Kim reveals that Scott has been thinking about expanding his family with ex-Kourtney Kardashian. They ended their 9-year relationship in July 2015 and share sons Mason, Rain, and daughter Penelope.
Wow, they haven't been together for 3 years.
Yeah. Quote, so Scott just texted me that he wants to have another baby with Kourtney, Kim tells Larsa Pippen, who's getting a lot more airtime this season. Congratulations.
Because she needs the money.
Quote, I think he just wants one more and she wants one more. She definitely wants more kids. If they both want to have more kids, why not have them together? Their kids are gorgeous. I completely agree.
I thought Scott wouldn't be down for it because last week Kourtney was like, yeah, I want to have one more. And obviously, I think it would be just the smarter thing if they all have the same dad. And because they are so cute and they are this like family unit. And I thought Scott would like not be down for that. The only person I think we'd have to convince is like Sophia Richie.
Well, then Kim says, I mean, it's like Scott has a girlfriend, Kourtney has a boyfriend. We get it. They don't even have to have sex. It could be IVF.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And it's like her relationship with Scott is already like tumultuous, dramatic. And it's like, but he is the father of her children, so he will always be in her life. Why would you want to add like one more complicated relationship like that, like when you don't have to? 3 kids versus 4 kids, it's all the same thing.
Who is Kourtney gonna have a baby with? Her and Eunice broke up, and he's also like a child. He's a child. He can't have a child. And then she's been seen with this new guy who, honestly, like not to be mean, is just like not cute. And like their baby would be the ugliest.
Right, and even if she could, maybe she would be like, oh, I would just have a baby with Eunice or whoever the flavor of the moment is, just because she wants another kid. But like in that situation, just do it with Scott. It'll keep.
You need another complicated baby daddy relationship? No.
No, and it's like, at this point they know that they can trust Scott. Like he is a team player.
He doesn't have family,
they
so
don't need another Blac Chyna situation.
Totally, and just their kids are so cute. I'm really shocked at because as much as celebrities have everything and they can get whatever they want and they can look however they want. Like when you have a kid, it's born how they're born. Like you can't give the kid Botox. So I'm just endlessly surprised at how cute all of the kids are. Like Kim's 3 kids are this perfect unit who all look like a perfect mix. North is way more Kim and Saint is way more Kanye, and then Chicago we'll see. But they're this perfect mix. They're the perfect family, just in the way that they look exactly 50% mom, dad. And their True is so cute. And I'm just surprised there hasn't been one ugly baby, because
I have to be honest, I really, with all the daughters and the grandkids, it's really Kris Jenner's genes are so
powerful.
They should take her DNA and replicate it, because it's she gives birth to these gorgeous people who also give birth to gorgeous people.
And yes, we know that they don't look now how they would have naturally, but even if they were still 40 years old and they they never touched their faces, they were all beautiful when they were younger, and they would be beautiful now. And they're still beautiful. They're just a little different. No, totally. I'm surprised there just hasn't been one, FedEx.
Totally. Jury's still out. You never know.
Yeah. Well.
Don't say it.
Okay.
And I was
it's 11/11, make a wish.
Ooh, Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Gucci bag.
It's 11/11, make a dream.
But I did get 3 Zach Posen bags, so you know what? That's pretty good too.
Yeah, but you still want the Gucci bag.
Of course. I mean.
No, I'm not gonna say no.
No.
No, never, no. Wait, can I say something?
I caught up on Kardashians and I want to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Because I agreed with everything that you said. You were talking about.
Well, obviously, because
Right, because you put it in my head.
Tampered with your mind, yeah.
And I was watching the Gabbana episode with Theo, and he was shook to the core. And I think it just made him appreciate the time he does have here now.
Did you get teary-eyed at all?
No, because I was really focused on Theo. He was just being rambunctious in
the
moment.
When I didn't get really teary-eyed because they all didn't seem that upset about it. But when Chloe was just they were doing a pan through of her house, and she was I used to hear him in my house all the time, and now I just hear silence. Oh my God, that's my worst nightmare.
No.
A quiet house.
So sad. But 2 things that really struck me. First of all, the fact that the 3 girls had children within 2 months of each other, had 3 grandchildren within 2 months of each other, I think it's just so special.
And I think that's why Kourtney's feeling a little left out.
For sure, and that's why Kourtney and Kendall are salty on the side.
Totally.
And it's throughout all 10 years of Kardashians, all they've been saying is they want their kids to have that special closeness, and they want to be close in age like they were growing up.
When they were growing up.
And at certain points you didn't know if it was going to happen. Mason is now 11
30,
years old.
Yeah.
And
Mason has a job.
Chloe was married and she couldn't have children, and she really wanted to get in there. So
it's kismet.
Her kids would be with Mason, with Kourtney's kids, and it's they have what they wanted, and it's they're triplets.
And it really, I know everyone says they're vain and all that, and they are, but I feel in recent years their priorities have really shifted, and they're now so much more business and family, that's it, and they really are owning and operating legitimate businesses. Good American is going to gross literally $1 billion because they're so size inclusive, and they sell in literally every store. They sell in Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom, and Kylie Cosmetics obviously, and Kim's fragrances and all that, and Kourtney's
Nothing.
No, she has the And so I just really feel their priorities have shifted to one that I can really get behind and relate to. I too, all I really care about is growing the toast and spending time with my family.
Totally. And I feel in the beginning of Kardashians, that's what made it so lovable, is they're really a family. Mm-hmm. Then they reached this level of fame, and it's Kim was trying to just marry Kris Humphries, and it became just they were
and they were never together in the same location.
Right. They were fame monsters, which I understand, and now they've reached a level of fame where it's they can do whatever they want.
They can do what they want with it.
And this is what they want to do.
Have big families.
Right.
And have successful businesses.
And I just want to say, Kourtney is such an asshole. Any scene that she's in, even when she's not in a fight, she's being an asshole.
North is such a tomboy. Really, she's literally the most girliest girl ever, and how Kim, who is obsessed with makeup and glam, that's and she was just saying it in a derogatory way.
That what really bothered me is when they were sitting at a restaurant and Kim is talking about what baby name she should do, and Kourtney's being annoying with bad names, and then brings up Reggie Bush and Ray J, and says Eunice didn't know Ray J, same
different.
thing. And it's why are you bringing that up? If you brought up something like that, when I'm about to have a baby, I'm talking about baby names, and
years
also
later,
over 10 years later, and something that clearly is
sorry, bitch. That Ray J made you famous and bought your house.
For sure,
so
but
please.
like we know that Kim wants to move on from that. Like, why would you bring that up? And also, even Reggie, it's like Kim like loved him so much
and worked so hard for him.
And in a different world, like they would have made it. Like they could have worked. He was probably like maybe the one that got away even.
Yeah, she was just like too much on the rise and couldn't be at all of his football games, and like he really cared about that stuff.
And so, why would you bring that up? I thought that was like cruel.
Yeah.
And Kim just handles it so well.
Yeah.
She just like ignores her. So anytime Kourtney like shows up to film, it's like she just wants to like make people feel bad.
No, but she's not gonna outright be like, I hate you. She does like subliminal things that she knows, like she chips away at things that bother Kim. Like the tomboy thing was just like, if you know Kim at all, and like you know North, like first of all, like I don't even know North, but I know she's not a tomboy. Like she's always with the makeup and the YouTube.
And wants to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, like it was just like when Kim said that Kylie had originally asked her to be in the labor room, and Kourtney was like, oh, Kylie needed you, or something. Like,
that, I was just gonna say that. And she was like, if she really needed you, you would have been there.
And like, by the way, it was nice of her to give it to Khloe, because one, Khloe and Kylie are really close, and like, Khloe should get to see like a birth up close before her vagina gets ripped open by True.
And also, like, Khloe is very hands-on. Kim's very, like, germophobic. Like,
yeah.
Kim knew that wasn't the place for her. And then Kourtney was like, in her interview, you know, no one knew about the pregnancy. She came so far. I didn't want to be the one with the burden of the information. And it's like, no one asked you.
Yeah.
No one even considered you.
When you give birth, who's gonna be there?
Oh.
I've already thought about this like 100 times.
It depends how big, like, it depends, like, where I'm at in my life and what kind of suite I can get. Because if I can get a big room, like, I would want everyone there.
Let's say
but
everyone
I want you
can
guys,
fit.
like, on the sidelines. Like, I don't want you in the end zone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I want to be, like, covered.
But like who? Give me names.
All the scenes.
Yeah, and Zach.
Yes.
Yeah, you want
yes.
Zach. Do you want Zach up top or at bottom?
I think up top. You know what I mean? Like,
you want to keep the magic alive.
Something should remain a mystery.
Yeah, no. Steens.
But who knows?
Ben.
Steens, Ben, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I would maybe have like one of you pull it out. Maybe Olivia, because she would be down actually.
I don't know. I'm going to leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
But I definitely want you guys like there, but not in it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously going to take like a look, maybe take a picture, just like so you could see.
Oh my God.
It's like you can't even see your own birth.
That's so scary. I don't think there's a reason for that.
You don't understand.
Like if you were meant to see your own birth, like it would come out of your belly button.
Yeah, I mean it can. I like want to have children more than
Depends how big your
anything. I'm
belly
like
button
so
is.
excited. I've been waiting for it my whole life, but like I do not want to give birth.
Well, yeah. But it happens and then it's over. And
it's like your vagina like rips open to your butt. Like it's literally just one big hole.
Yeah, and then like things just start falling out.
Stop. Like the placenta. Are you gonna eat your own placenta?
God, no.
No. Remember when they fake cooked a placenta?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least you're giving birth in 2018, 2019, 2020, as opposed to like the 1700s.
Oh my God. How did they do it? Well, a lot of women died during
Yeah.
childbirth. Like that doesn't seem like that was the way it was meant to be, you know?
If it's meant to be, it will be.
Baby, just let it be. No, yeah, I'm very grateful. I would be taking all the drugs. Those psychos who want no drugs, like because they want to feel the pain, that's like nice and all, but I'm not like that. Give me every single drug and like the max amount that you can give legally.
I'll remember that.
Epidural the shit out of me.
I'll remember that. Okay, fifth and final story I've been waiting to get to all day because it's really the only story that matters in the Toast universe.
Okay.
The SEC sues Elon Musk for his allegedly misleading tweets. You guys, this is a big fucking deal. The SEC don't play.
And NT doesn't lie, because we knew about this already.
Elon Musk has tweeted himself into serious trouble. Oh, we need to talk to NT about Elon Musk. Will you write that down? The Securities and Exchange...
Hold on. What was the other thing we said we wanted to talk to him about?
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z and...
And 23andMe, just for me personally. I still haven't sent in my kit.
Jay-Z, 23andMe, and what was the one we just said? Elon.
Elon. Okay. The Securities and Exchange Commission sued Tesla CEO on Thursday for making, quote, false and misleading statements to investors. It's asking a federal judge to prevent Musk from serving as an officer or a director of a public company, among other penalties. The complaint hinges on a tweet Musk sent on August 7th about taking Tesla private. Quote, I'm considering taking Tesla private at $420, Musk said, funding secured. And we reported that tweet. The SEC said he had not actually secured funding, so that was the misleading part. And that's why he's being sued and, like,
just because of that?
just get off Twitter. You and Ariana Grande, like, just go. Like,
but that was it? Just because of the tweet? That's what he got sued for?
In truth and in fact, Musk had not even discussed, much less confirmed, key deal terms, including price, with any potential funding source, the SEC said in its complaint. That tweet and subsequent tweets from Musk over the next 3 hours caused, quote, significant confusion and disruption in the market for Tesla's stock, as well as harm to investors, the SEC said. On the day of Musk's tweet, Tesla's stock shot up nearly 9%. It has declined substantially since then. Tesla's stock dropped more than 11% in after-hours trading on Thursday.
But here's the thing. It's like he's being sued. He should either be, if it's illegal, he should technically be arrested. And if he caused some sort of disruption, he should be like fined.
Yeah.
Not sued. Because if you sue, you go to court and there's a chance that you don't win.
No, but I think when you don't win, then you get fined. Like they have to they can't just slap a fine on him without proving that he did something wrong.
Got it.
So
honestly, like, it's the rise and fall of Elon Musk has been wild because, like, for a period in time, like, when we started talking about him and we thought he was Julian Assange, we were confused, but, like, he and Edward Snowden were doing differently.
Times.
Like, he was the most respected, revered mind of our time. Like, there wasn't anyone in this world who didn't, like, appreciate and just, like, but he got too in it and he became too celebrity and he obviously fell into the disgust of Hollywood and, like, he's obviously now, like, addicted to drugs and can't stop tweeting while he's on acid, according to Azealia Banks. So, like, but what I've heard is that people who work at SpaceX, like, are not worried at all, and, like, it's fine over there.
Right. And I do think that it's fine. But maybe, like, because he is such a creative, like, maybe he shouldn't be, like, the CEO of the company.
That's what they say on Shark Tank. You're either the inventor or the entrepreneur. Like, you're either the business part or the brainy, like, making gears and shit.
But you know what? Like, so you're saying there's not one person in the world, not even Elon Musk, who can do both?
No, there's definitely someone in the world who can.
Look at us.
It's not Elon Musk.
Look at us. We're the creatives and the business.
That's true. But we're not, like, Elon Musk is not one of those people. You don't have to be one or the other,
okay,
but it's very rare to be both, and I don't think that, I think Elon Musk is really, like, the mind, the genius of our time, and should have stayed, like, the mind and let someone else take over, like, the business and, like, the front-facing, like, commerce side of it.
Well, now he should have someone do that just to, like, save face. Elon, I just want you to know I still believe in you, and I believe in you.
I'm like getting over it. I used to, like, go to bat for him like I did Bethany, and I was like an Elon apologist. But, like, now I'm kind of over him, and he's, like, doing things that, like, I really can't support anymore.
He's yet to do anything where I'm going to turn on him completely, just because of, like, I think of all the good that he can do in the world, like SpaceX,
but, like,
Hyperloop.
If that Taiwanese
Hyperloop, isn't that a picture thing?
Even if the Thai Navy, whatever,
Vern Unsworth,
like, turns out to be a pedophile, then maybe I'll turn it back around. But, like, a part of me just doesn't think that he is.
Right.
And he's being sued now.
Have you ever just said something mean to someone because they hurt your feelings?
Of course.
Even if it wasn't true?
Of course.
Elon is human.
No, but then Elon tweeted, like, no, he is. Like, he substantiated his claim.
Oh, maybe it's true then.
Yeah.
But now
Innocent until proven
Vern
guilty.
Is suing Elon, so if it is true, Elon's going to have to prove it, and then it's not libel.
But in this moment, he's innocent because he has yet to be proven guilty.
This is true.
What else?
Not much else. It's been a quiet week.
It really has, because I was...
And it's been a long week, and I'm really glad the week is over.
Me too. What are you doing this weekend?
Hanging out with my family. What do you want to do?
Nothing. Like, I really want to do nothing. I had a treacherous week. Even though, like, when you break it up with shows, like, it does feel...
The week feels shorter. Like, it breaks up the week, but it's just a longer week. Like, last weekend feels like forever ago.
Oh, wait, let's talk about next week.
Because next week I have a good lineup on deck, because you're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wait, so, Monday is October 1st. And we also have Anthony Vasquez. So we will be, I've already decided, we are calling Lin-Manuel. Well, hopefully he picks up. We're going to call from your phone. Okay. Because he definitely doesn't have your phone number. And we're going to put a mic by the phone, or whatever the best way is, and we're just going to commemorate the anniversary of October 1st.
I watched that episode, because the one where you tell the story.
Me too, because it got shared in the toasters.
And I was dying laughing.
I know, and I just like looked cute that day, and I liked my outfit, so, like, I'm glad that video keeps resurfacing, because sometimes from when we used to sit in those chairs on the breath, like, my chin was so bad, and so that was a particularly good video, so I'm, like, happy about it.
Wait, and there was something that you said that it didn't even make me laugh so hard at the time, but made me laugh so hard now. It's like when you initially, it's like, fuck.
Well,
when you're like, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
By the way, we should clip it and put it on the Instagram, because we have a lot of new toasters. They may not be aware of the particular importance of October 1st.
It's a very important day. And we have Anthony Vasquez, who's going to be sharing so many fun memories from your anniversary.
And he's going to share some exclusive photos from my wedding, because I've yet to sit down with him and, like, do the thing I was supposed to do for my books. So him being here will just be like, get me, like, light a fire under my ass.
Yes, and then next week I'm actually going with him to Dallas, to the State Fair, to take my premium engagement photos.
So Tuesday is just us.
Tuesday's just us, normal show.
Wednesday, are we going early on Wednesday?
No.
Okay, Wednesday, same time, we have Astrid and Kevin from Bachelor in Paradise, and then I'm being whisked off to Buffalo for 2 shows, and then Albany, tickets available at girlwithnojob.com. I'm very excited to see you all there.
Thursday, I'm joined by Heather McMahon. You guys can stop harassing her. I'm so excited. I'm gonna find out who the girls on the plane she was talking about were. Did you see this? Oh my God, so she was on the plane from New York to Atlanta, and there were 2 girls sitting next to her that, like, looked like young teens, and they're, like, talking shit the whole time. so loudly. And it turns out like at least one of them is an actress. She's going to Atlanta to film this new show, and she's talking shit about the lead actress on the show. Like, we would never be friends in real life, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, do you think it was someone from...
Heather looked up who's the lead actress. The lead actress has like very famous parents. She was like, why would she be talking like this? She was like such an asshole. They're jeweling on the plane in their shirts, and Heather like won't tell anyone who it is, but if anyone's gonna get at
what
her,
if it's
It's not Dynasty.
Oh fuck, that's what I was gonna say.
Because it's a new show that has like.
And most shows do film in Atlanta because it's a lot cheaper.
I had a theory, but I don't think it stands.
What was your
anymore.
theory?
My theory was that the famous person, the lead actress that they were talking shit about, who has famous parents, was Maude Apatow.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what is Maude Apatow filming? She's filming a new show for HBO that is slated to be a hit because one, it's on HBO, and two, it's based off an Israeli show that like does well already. Then there are all these like extra actors, a couple of like thirsty girls who would be talking shit about Maude. Jacob Elordi's in it, but I can't figure out where it's filming. But I also don't think it's her anymore.
Why?
I forget. And also the way I came about it was just such a hunch. I was watching How to Be Single. I was looking at Leslie Mann. I was like, wow, powerful, famous woman. With a daughter who acts.
I love Leslie Mann, and I love Judd Apatow because he makes amazing movies, and he always puts his wife as a star, which is just like, if I ever married a director, like, he would have to do the same thing. And their
know
kids...
What you were gonna say.
What?
You don't like them.
Well, they're just like, they always play annoying characters. Maybe that's what it is. The younger one is cute, and I like her, and she hasn't started to annoy me yet, but the older one who was in Girls...
Well, that's my thing. It's like, you could do anything that you want in this world, and for the most part, she's like done really cool stuff, except like, she interned for Harvey Weinstein, and that was like...
Not good.
Right. And... It was before everything came out, but like everyone in the industry knew.
Oh my God, that's such a good
So like,
call.
why would you choose Miramax?
Same with Malia Obama.
Yeah.
Why would anyone's parents let them
maybe
intern?
I confused it. I don't know if Maude Apatow.
Oh.
Maybe I confused.
No,
Malia.
Obama did.
Okay, then
Malia did.
I think I confused them.
Oh.
But it's like, you can do anything that you want, and you choose for like a cameo on Girls. Like, I just can't relate to that. And not even like first season Girls, like fourth season Girls. Like,
but when they're the kids in This Is 40.
Very cute.
Annoying.
Oh.
The younger one was cute. The younger one is cute. They have weird names too. Maud.
What's the other one's name?
Iris.
I always think her name's Mauve. But
like the color.
Because I was just Googling her, I know that it's Maude.
Maude, yeah. Is it nice to make fun of people's names, or is that like a mean thing now? I feel like you can't make fun of anyone anymore, which is nice, I guess, but like...
But you should go to more comedy shows because it's so funny the way that they like make fun of people, and they talk about like the slack that they get. Like, there was an opener for Kevin Hart, Who was it? Oh, I forget his name. I'll have to look. There were a bunch of openers, like getting the crowd revved up, and there was one guy.
We call those features in the industry.
He was being so funny about a lot of stuff, and he was like talking about last time they went on tour, like he got in a lot of trouble with the transgender community, and he was like, all I said was that Caitlyn Jenner is too old to be naming herself Caitlyn. Like, you are Blanche.
Right, totally.
Like, 70 years old naming herself Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Like, there are no 70-year-olds named Caitlyn.
That is such a great call.
It was so funny. I guess the transgender community was up in arms, but it was so funny. And then Kevin Hart was talking about his daughter, saying that she's a tomboy. Like, she's a big tomboy. Like, she takes no shit, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, can I still say tomboy?
I don't know.
It was so funny. It's like, so watching comedians like navigate this new culture makes them actually funnier.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, there's still like a space in comedy for like that completely irreverent, and like they disregard, like it might as well be like 1990, which is like refreshing. But like now, as someone who's like very conscious of that, I'm like, oh my God, you can't say that. And that's like how I feel when I watch Curb.
Right. No, but then like one of the acts was like making fun of like every single race at one point, but he went through every single one, so it's not racist if you're making fun of everyone. Right.
No, it's like if you're including yourself, you have like it's almost fair game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny.
I just feel like, is anyone able to be funny without being mean or like a little racist? Because I'm just thinking of every comedy show, every comedy special I've ever written about is either like poking fun at people or at people's like nationality, you know?
What about Jim Gaffigan?
Oh, well, that's why he's the clean comic who performed for the Pope. Did you know that?
Yes.
He's the only, like, can you imagine Kevin Hart, like me talking about my hand jobs, like talking.
The Pope or Quivanjane Wallace?
Same thing. But like, I just think that is such an impressive statistic, and I'm just like endlessly impressed with Jim Gaffigan and his whole career, and I only want good things for him.
But if you were like, Claude, we're gonna have you perform for the Pope, you would become a cleaner comic.
But they would never ask like me. I mean, relatively speaking to other female comics, like I'm like PG. Like they're always like dick. Like the one time I like heard Michelle Wolf. Was that her?
Yeah, we heard her together.
We heard her together. It was just like dick, pussy, and I was like, you know, and like for the most part, mine is just like talking about how fat I am the whole show. And there's like a couple like butthole jokes, but like who isn't? But so I'm relatively clean, I think.
Relatively, because it's a dirty,
well, because I
dirty
curse.
world.
Like, is that dirty? I don't know.
Not in this world where it's like people talk about the craziest things.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard some wild shit.
It's funny though.
Yeah. Kids. Okay, we're about to end at exactly 11:30. We have not ended at 11:30 since our final show at The Breath, because they used to kick us out at 11:30.
Oh, true. And now we go so long. And I'm assuming everyone likes the really long episodes. Lauren
Me too.
Elizabeth said she loves them, like, because they get her through the day. And it's like, now you're closer to lunchtime. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But they are really long.
I know.
Yesterday's episode was really long because I was confused by the clock the whole time, and I thought we were only at 45 minutes when we were at an hour and 15. So I kept going for 15 more minutes for an hour and a half episode.
Oh, that's good. Well,
I worked her to the bone.
if you haven't seen yesterday's episode, you can skip the last 15 minutes, is basically what Jackie's saying.
You never know what you're going to hear.
Thank you guys so much for following. For tuning in today, the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Facebook. Tickets are available to my shows in Albany and Buffalo this week, so make sure to head over to girlwithnojob.com and get your tickets before they're sold out.
Thanks, everyone.
Anything you want to shove down people's throats?
I mean, you can always follow me at JWoww Problems for premium ass content. And patreon.com/themorningtoast. We're spending the whole weekend creating premium content. We have Empty episode that we're recording today. We have our Q&A part 2. If you're not in the Toast After Dark, leave your questions there. And then my home tour is coming up before my flowers die.
Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.